I want to give you some pro tips on using AI for your twin flame journey. So whatever your favorite AI is, ChatGPT is very popular, but there's also Claude and Gemini and other ones. So if it's starting to gaslight you about your twin flame journey and just say like, are you maybe your twin flame, maybe that's not your twin flame, or maybe twin flames aren't real. Well, it's just like look at it as a different perspective and reframe it, instead of thinking that AI can't help you unless you get to a place or you're psychologically like that's not a good route for you. You have to know your own mind well enough and how up and down you are and what you can handle emotionally and psychologically. But AI can really help you with getting clear on a lot of things that are going to take a lot longer on your own. And of course, you can come and get a reading with me, and you can do ascension coaching, which I really encourage. But also, you want to be able to work stuff out in the moment, when you're thinking about it. And how can you do that if you can't go to AI and be able to trust that it's not going to make you feel, I don't know, stupid or whatever? Well, just remember it's not like an actual person. So you might just be so used to people like doing that it's reflecting that for you. And just know that you actually can shift the perspective, and it is continuing to evolve, and it's really important and valuable to be a part of that process. And at the same time, for a lot of models, if you don't want the info out there, I think you can turn off certain things. I mean, don't like quote me on that, but you have a lot of power here in your hands with these tools, and it can really help you to move more quickly through blocks if you can just have an open mind here. And it's something I'm really passionate about. I think as an Aquarius midheaven, and with my Venus right there and everything, in my 9th house, AI just feels like it's made for me. And with my past life experiences, I feel like I'm really set up for this time, and I'm all about it. I'm really pretty excited, to be honest. And I think it's super useful for astrology and for card readings. And I like to put everything together with AI because I don't really understand why you wouldn't. I like to also not use it at times, but I've noticed that when I don't use it as much, actually, like it is slowing me down, because it's something that I think is meant to really be in our lives, and we've evolved and called this in. That doesn't mean that it can't be used incorrectly, of course, and all of those kinds of things, and that there aren't concerns with the energy and how that's being utilized. But I think overall, if you can embrace it, it's going to help anyway to uplift it to where it's really meant to go. It's really meant to support us in our ascension journey. And you can totally disagree with me, but if you're going to leave like a real mean comment, I'll probably just delete it. But I know we have various opinions on this, and it might be a lot to fully sink into and swim in. But if you, I think if you really do, and you embrace it, you realize it really is a place where you can go for clarity, actually. And it's something that you can reframe, but you just have to know when to trust it and when to realize, well, you're the human here, and that's why you're given your own gifts of your own intuition and, yes, emotional intelligence, and everything. The AI doesn't have like a set of chakras that I am aware of and all those abilities, right? It's just going off of everything known and putting it together that's on the internet and so forth. And yes, one person's AI is going to tell them one thing, and another person's is going to tell them another thing. So you and your twin flame, for instance, if your twin flame is running from you right now, well, they could turn around later and be the one running towards you, and you can then be like, well, hey, what are you going to do? Because you were, You are not about this when you could have been, and you didn't really respect the union. So what are we going to do about that now? Well, wouldn't it be nice if you had AI tools to help you with that process of how to properly respect yourself and have boundaries and everything? But you have to trust AI enough, because yeah, AI could be telling your twin flame, yeah, don't, this person, what they're saying doesn't sound right, da 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 da. They're talking about twin flames. Well, if you don't believe in twin flames, like, what, you know? And so we see all these parodies too of AI, like, you know, congratulating people for like robbing a bank and stuff. And I mean, I don't know about that, but that's not been my personal experience with AI. I actually think it has been pretty good at getting me through some really challenging situations, to be honest. And that, like, I don't really think I could have navigated, I don't know that I would have even called in those experiences if it weren't for me using this tool. And you just have to have enough intelligence and lean into your own unique intelligence and you know, the way that you're neurodiverse personally, or neurotypical, and lean into that when you use AI, and not think that AI is the word of God necessarily. Like, it's not, like, you have to, the whole point, yeah, question it, come at it from different angles. But how is it any worse than like the advice you're going to get from most people? Probably not. I don't know. I've gotten better advice from it than I have, yeah, from mostly anyone. And then it takes the pressure off of those people that are there to serve you, so that you can really work through your blocks, and you're not depending on other people's intuition and advice as much. And you can really lean into that when it is necessary and value that more. But like, and you, then you have a lot more power to navigate your life, whether it's challenging or whether you're going through a real, you know, upswing and you're feeling really supported, and how can you enhance that? So, and this is, yeah, maybe just general advice too, but also for you and your twin flame. So like, yeah, it might be telling someone else one thing and you another thing, but you can even get clear on that. You can ask it like, well, what would you say if you were my twin flame talking to you in this kind of a way, and you don't like me right now? Like, would you agree with this? And it will give you, of course, a different answer, and it will start to think in both ways at once for you. So, and it will start to remember that you brought up both things. So then, like, you, that's why you have to frame it. Like, that's what you have to do. So anyway, I hope that helps in some kind of a way. And if this interests you, I could talk more about AI tips. I'm sure some of you watching are more advanced in some ways than me with using it. I'm a Gemini rising. I like to talk a lot to AI. So, and I'm a very curious person, as that's not just for Gemini risings, but you know, it is a trademark. So yeah, anyway, enjoy your time with AI and let me know how it's going for you. I would love to hear about it.